Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today, back to my predicted 11 ahead of this weekend's game against Sheffield Wednesday. A couple of changes going into my team from the game last week against Blackburn Rovers. So let's get straight into it. I'm going for an unchanged back five. Ruddy in goal, Pinto at right back, who I thought was absolutely exceptional against Blackburn. The defensive partnership of Tim Close and Ryan Bennett, that is just such a magnificent centre-back partnership at the moment, working really well. Tim Close was so calm and composed, and Bennett looks like a really decent defender. We've known that for quite a while. I think he needs to find a regular partner to go into centre-back with him, and that seems to be Tim Close. In at left-back, Martin Olsson. I still think he wants to move away. I still think that his head wasn't really there last week, but at the same time, he was pretty decent. I assume he's got over his injury. Maybe he's covering up an injury. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to start rumours, but I still think he wants to move away, and his agent definitely does. If not, stick Toffolo in there. Absolutely fine with me. Now, I actually guessed the formation right last week, which I was very surprised about. This holding midfield partnership of Johnny Howson and Alexander Tete worked so well. We had the midfield on complete and utter lockdown. Howson, as I always say, the more attacking minded of the players, and Tete just drops in a little deeper. He mops it up, he gets the tackles in, he moves it on well. And sort of having that midfield too, you might think, oh, the midfield might be overrun. But Pinto was doing so well going forwards, and Olsson was as well. So that kind of, when we were attacking, made it a midfield four. And then that was unbelievably attacking because you had the two midfielders, the two wing backs, and then you had the three in behind Jerome. It was unbelievable. It worked so well, and I really hope that we go with that one again. I'm then going with a three behind the striker. I'm bringing Robbie Brady in. He played in the week for Norwich in a behind closed doors game kind of thing against Colchester. So I think he's fit now. Next to him, Wes Hoolahan. Absolutely unbelievable last week. And then next to him, Stephen Naismith. Great to see him get a goal. Thought he was brilliant last week. Him and Hoolahan linked up so well. And that is such a strong team. And then when you add Cameron Jerome up front, who just works tirelessly, he'll keep on running. It was great to see him get a goal. It's always good to see strikers open their accounts up on the opening day of the season. Let's hope he can add more. I still think we need another striker. I'm positive that striker will come in. But for the moment, you can't really drop Jerome, and to be honest, there isn't anyone to go in there. So that is very strong. Couple of changes from last week. We've brought Brady in. We've moved Naismith across a bit. And yeah, we've dropped Murphy out of the team. That isn't to say that... I suppose you could put Murphy in there. And maybe if Brady isn't fit enough, start Naismith or Hoolahan out on the left, Naismith in behind. Bring Murphy out on the right, and then you can bring maybe Brady on. You've got Canos, who's probably fit. You've got Josh Murphy, who can play. It's such a strong team. You've got Malumbu or Dorrans, who can come in the middle there. I wouldn't change this defence at all. I think that's absolutely perfect at the moment. But that is such a strong team, and one that I think can beat Sheffield Wednesday really well. So let me know what your team would be. Would you go with this one? Would you bring Brady in? Would you drop Murphy out? I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments. That's the team I would play, and I think that is incredibly strong. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.